Corner to my right, Rection in the blue corner to my right, wearing the black trunks, weighing 159¼ pounds, pro record, 22 wins, 1 defeat, 17 knockouts, from Houston, Texas, Ulysses Boulware. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks, purple trim, weighing 160¼ pounds, pro record, 22 wins, 7 defeats, 16 knockouts, from Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico, Danny Popeye Garcia. 10 rounds, middleweights. Done.
Okay, gentlemen, all line, clean and sportsmanlike contest. The winner rules in the dressing room. From this point until the end of the bout, you obey my command. I wish you both luck. Touch gloves for my box on the bell.
And here's the tail of the tape, a relatively even matchup. Both fighters with 73, 72-inch reaches, so I don't think we're going to find Danny Garcia pawing away at Ulysses Boulware, though. So even though he has a 1-inch disadvantage there, he wants to make this a very short-range bout.
You know, Garcia's fought for a world championship before. Back a couple of years ago, 1989, in May of that year, he fought Gennaro Leone for the WBO welterweight championship and was knocked out in 1 round.
We got to look at the knockout ratio. Boulware, accumulation of blows really accounting for a lot of his knockouts, and his handler's very pleased with the fact that even though he stays within himself, he's been scoring knockouts consistently 6 in a row.
Well, that knockout percentage is higher for Boulware because you're counting in Garcia's losses as far as his total is concerned. But he is a good puncher. Don't make any mistake about that. It's just that he hasn't been that big a puncher in the middleweight division. When you look at him as a welter and a junior middle, he's been a lot better puncher.
Right hand lands early by Garcia. Boulware doing an excellent job of countering that with the left. And Boulware immediately trying to establish the jab. That is his trademark. He is a guy that works everything fundamentally off the jab. Has an excellent left hook. He'll double up to the body, come upstairs with it, and excellent also at following up with huge right hands.
Well, what they're looking for Boulware from in terms of what Boulware does is movement and balance. Chuck McGregor, the trainer, has been working on 2 things in particular with Ulysses Boulware, and that is balance and leverage. Those are the 2 things that McGregor really excels at, and he's trying to drive the point home to Boulware, who doesn't have as much natural ability as his brother Vincent, but I think he's got a lot more dedication as far as his training regimen is concerned. He's always in the gym, very dedicated. His whole family is behind him 200%, and I think that's very important.
Danny Garcia throwing that left out there with authority in the opening moments of round 1. He's landed a couple of good shots. Boulware biding his time. He knows he has to be patient with this fighter, as Danny Garcia's reputation is that the first 5 rounds he will go all out, very intense, a lot of tenacity, and then tends to fade after round 5.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many knockout wins after round 4 or 5. As a matter of fact, you look on his record and you see a lot of 3rd round knockouts, 2nd, 1st round, 4th round. Not too many guys has he knocked out late.
Moves inside, cuts the distance, Garcia, and takes one to land 2. Good job there of maneuvering his way to tighter quarters against Ulysses Boulware, where his power can be a factor. Not a tremendous frenetic pace to this opening round after we see 2 quick 1-round knockouts in the heavyweight division. This one much more of a tactical war to open things up. And we come to the final seconds of round 1, scheduled for 10, our main event, Ulysses Boulware and Danny Garcia.
The smoothest dude I know is a smooth operator.
Clearly drawn in round 1 as Danny Garcia kind of coasted a little bit through that one. But it is clear he wants to get inside and try and hammer away with those big hooks of his. Ulysses Boulware controlling the action a little bit with his jabs. Landed a couple of effective blows, but somewhat of an even round, Chuck.
Yeah, I really couldn't pick a winner in round number 1. Very surprised that Garcia did not force the issue. As we mentioned, he's the kind of guy that would like to come out with an explosion, or so we thought. And Boulware, who had been caught cold early in his only professional loss by Fabian Williams, figured that Garcia would really try to land some big punches early on.
Short right hand scores by Danny Garcia. Boulware counters back and comes back to the center of the ring. A decent combination by Boulware. He now holds and lands a couple of shots to the ribcage with the right.
On Chuck McGregor's mind in the corner is, how long is Boulware going to be able to keep up this job he's doing of moving laterally, throwing those combinations? Oh, he just got wobbled.
Wobbled by the right hand, the short right, Danny Garcia, and he sends him to the canvas here in round 2.
I think that might have been a short left hook that got his attention first and wobbled him, and then the right hand, I think, sent him to the canvas after that.
Excellent counter punching by Danny Garcia. He knows how to jump on an opponent now. Let's see if he comes in for the kill and tries to finish off Boulware and pull the upset. Boulware on spaghetti legs here early in round 2. He's against the ropes, looks like he's going to go again, and he does.
Boy, and I'll tell you, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to clinch and hold on to Garcia. Might have been able to weather the storm a little bit better. We've got the 3 knockdown rule. One more time and he's out of here, and we got a lot of time left in this round.
Boulware appears. Day's left hook scores. The uppercut. Boulware's going to go down. That's it. An upset scored here. Max Parker Jr. not calling that a knockdown.
He does not score
a knockdown against the ropes, but it does look like it's going to be lights out for Boulware, and he is out of it. Max Parker's got to stop it, and there he goes. Danny Garcia. An electrifying upset in round 2, and this one a shocker here at the Sundo.
Folks, what you just saw is probably one of the better pound-for-pound punchers in the world. A guy who's not a great fighter, but a guy who on any given day can probably knock out anyone in the junior middleweight or middleweight divisions, and he just pulled off a major upset, which could eventually get him a title opportunity. Hey, Garcia could wind up in the top 10 now.
It all started with a short chopping left hook, and then the right hand followed, and Boulware was sent into another ozone layer. He had trouble getting to his feet, was quickly knocked down again. The shot that put him into the rope should have ended the fight, and unfortunately, he received more punishment as Danny Garcia was clearly going to finish him off. And we'll take it into the corner as they attend to Ulysses Boulware. You're getting a look at Boulware. He appears to be okay.
Let's take a look at where this all might have started. I think it was a short left hook. Let's take a look. Yes, it was. And that sent him out. Look at him wobbling around. And there really was no follow-up right hand. It was the left hook in and of itself that sent Boulware to the canvas the first time. We had 3 knockdowns in this round. Here's the second one. As Boulware is still on unsteady legs, look at him trying to avoid Garcia. He got hit a little bit before that and just went right into the ropes. The third knockdown, as you see the pain on Boulware's face, a combination by Garcia. Closing his eyes, you can't even see the punches coming. Good left hook accentuates the whole thing. Now that should have been a knockdown, or could have been called a knockdown, as the ropes were the only thing that held Boulware up. But Max Parker let it go on a little bit further, and Boulware got in a corner and was knocked down. The third knockdown, mandatory stoppage of the fight.
And a fortunate and timely one as well, as Ulysses Boulware was completely out of it when the fight was stopped. And we get a look at the final flurries.
Yeah, here we go. He could have stepped in any time and ended it here. Boulware was virtually defenseless, and Max wisely steps in and stops it. And that's 3 knockdowns. Actually, could have been 4 knockdowns in round number 2. Good puncher, Danny Garcia. Really showed us something tonight. And
a gaze into the eyes of Ulysses Boulware. There you see our winner, Danny Garcia, who had a reputation as an Aaron Pryor type. We figured he was going to come storming across the ring in round 1. He may have surprised Boulware somewhat. A very patient attack in that opening stanza. A relatively even round, tough one to score. We have the official announcement of the time. A surprising upset here. Round 2 knockout by Danny Garcia. Mark Biro has the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes, 16 seconds of the second round. The referee invokes the 3 knockdown rule. The winner by technical knockout, Danny Garcia.
There's Danny Garcia, appreciative of the crowd here in Tampa, Florida. Scores the upset over Ulysses Boulware.